In a serene temple nestled high in the mountains, a young monk named Tenzin stood before his master with a troubled heart. His usual calm demeanor was overshadowed by a storm of emotions brewing within. "Master," he began, his voice trembling slightly, "I seek your permission to leave this temple and find solace in another. The once peaceful environment here has become unbearable." Tenzin's eyes reflected a mixture of frustration and sadness as he continued, "The air is thick with gossip, and politics have infiltrated our sacred grounds. Every day I hear whispers and see scheming faces. It feels toxic, Master, and I find it impossible to focus on my spiritual journey amidst such negativity." The Master, an old man with a serene expression and a lifetime of wisdom etched into his features, listened intently without interruption. His calm presence seemed to absorb Tenzin's distress, allowing the young monk to unburden his heart completely. The Master's silence spoke volumes, inviting Tenzin to pour out every ounce of his discontent. Finally, after what felt like an eternity to Tenzin, the Master nodded slowly. "Very well, my student," he said, his voice as gentle as a whispering wind. "If you truly feel this way, you may leave. But first, I have one final task for you. Complete it, and you shall be free to go." Curiosity mingled with his desire for freedom as Tenzin awaited his master's instruction. The old man retrieved a simple spoon from his robe, filled it with water, and handed it to Tenzin with great care. "Take this spoon," he said, "and carry it around the entire temple without spilling a single drop. When you return to me, you will have my permission to leave." Tenzin stared at the spoon, puzzled by the simplicity of the task. Yet the master's eyes held a depth that suggested there was more to this assignment than met the eye. With a respectful bow, Tenzin accepted the spoon, feeling the weight of water and the significance of the task it represented. As he began his journey around the temple, Tenzin quickly realized the challenge ahead. The spoon was small and fragile, and the path around the temple was long and winding. Each step required careful balance and unwavering concentration. The slightest distraction could cause him to spill the precious water. Determined to complete the task and earn his freedom, Tenzin focused intently on the spoon. His mind cleared of all other thoughts, and his steps became a measured dance of precision. He navigated through the familiar halls and courtyards, his entire being attuned to the delicate balance in his hand. The journey around the temple felt both endless and fleeting. Tenzin's world shrank to the size of the spoon, his senses heightened to every movement. He passed by fellow monks engrossed in their activities, but their presence barely registered. His sole focus was on the task at hand, every step a testament to his resolve. The temple, usually a hive of activity, seemed to fade into the background. Tenzin's concentration created a bubble of serenity around him, isolating him from the distractions that had plagued him before. He moved through the corridors and courtyards, his eyes never leaving the spoon, his thoughts quiet and still. As he neared the end of his journey, Tenzin's steps became even more cautious. He could feel the weight of the task pressing down on him, but also a sense of accomplishment rising within. Each drop of water in the spoon represented a moment of pure focus and determination, a testament to his ability to tune out the noise and remain centered. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, Tenzin returned to his master, the spoon still full. His heart swelled with pride and relief as he presented the spoon to the old man. "Master," he said, his voice steady and calm, "I have completed the task. May I now leave the temple?" The master received the spoon with a gentle smile, his eyes twinkling with a mixture of pride and wisdom. He studied Tenzin for a moment, then asked a question that took the young monk by surprise. "During your journey," the master began, his voice soft yet piercing, "did you hear any gossip? Did you notice the politics or feel the toxicity of the environment?" Tenzin's brow furrowed as he reflected on his task. He realized with a start that he had been so engrossed in carrying the spoon that he had not registered any of the distractions that had previously tormented him. "No, master," he replied, a note of wonder in his voice. "I was so focused on the task that I did not notice any of it." The master nodded, his smile deepening. "Remember this lesson, my student. When you focus on your own path and duties, the external noise fades away. Life will always be filled with distractions and negativity, but it is within your power to choose what you focus on. Let this wisdom guide you, whether you stay here or move to another temple." Tenzin felt a profound shift within him. The master's words resonated deeply, and he understood the true purpose of the task. It was not just about completing a challenge, but about discovering the power of focus and inner peace. With a newfound sense of clarity and purpose, Tenzin bowed deeply to his master, ready to embrace the lesson and carry it with him wherever his path might lead. The master's gentle smile faded into a look of deep contemplation as he studied Tenzin. "My student," he said, "you have learned a valuable lesson today. The world around you will always have distractions, noise, and negativity. But when you are truly focused on your purpose, these external disturbances lose their power over you. It is not the place that defines your peace, but your state of mind." Tenzin felt a surge of understanding wash over him. He realized that his discontent had not been entirely due to the temple's environment, but rather his own inability to remain focused on his spiritual path. He had allowed the gossip, politics, and negativity to penetrate his thoughts, diverting him from his true purpose. The master continued, "You see, Tenzin, the key to a peaceful life is not to seek out perfect environments, but to cultivate a perfect inner state. When your mind is steady and your heart is dedicated to your goals, the external chaos cannot touch you. You become like the water in the spoon, steady, balanced, and clear." With these words, a profound sense of peace and clarity settled over Tenzin. He realized that leaving the temple would not necessarily solve his problems. Instead, he needed to strengthen his focus and dedication to his spiritual journey, regardless of where he was. He bowed deeply to his master, gratitude and respect filling his heart. As Tenzin straightened up, he met his master's eyes, now filled with a renewed sense of determination. "Thank you, master," he said earnestly. "I understand now. I will stay and continue my journey here, with a heart focused on my true path." The master's smile returned, warmer and more reassuring than ever. "Go, my student. Let your focus be your guide, and you will find peace amidst any storm." The lesson Tenzin learned that day stayed with him throughout his life. He became a beacon of calm and focus within the temple, inspiring others to look within for their peace and purpose. And whenever the noise of the world threatened to disturb his tranquility, he would remember the simple task of carrying a spoonful of water, a symbol of the power of focused intent and inner serenity.